Check it out, guys. This is the Rio Puerco. So awesome. And I'm on my third day of fighting a bad head cold. So I really could use a modular helmet today to keep blowing my nose, but I'm trying. Yeah, it's such a steep drop right there. But look at that. This is so awesome. And those hills over there always blow me away. They're almost like straight drops. I can only assume people only go down them, but I don't know. There's one there on top of that sand dune. Coming down the side. It's crazy stuff. I'm not there yet. I don't know. I don't know if I ever will be. I started too old in life. I only been riding on dirt for 2 years, and that was with a KLR, and I've only had this bike for a few months that I've been riding it. So I got a long way to go in skill development. If I had at least 10 years under my belt, I'd probably try a lot more stuff. Yeah, looks like the end of the line there. Oh, I guess I'm on top of the big dune. Okay. Well, why don't I talk about sand riding? Used to be really scared of it. I don't know if you can see on the camera how deep and loose this sand is. But learning, I learned to ride on sand on the KLR. It wasn't the best bike to learn on. Being close to 450 pounds with, the crash bars and whatnot. This bike's 255 pounds. What can I say? You just kind of tackle it. Don't worry about the bike moving around. Coming from a street, if I just started on dirt, it'd be totally different. But when you start on street and then you come to dirt and start riding sand, it scares the hell out of you. Because the slightest loss of traction on the street means you're screwed. But on the dirt, it's not a big deal. As long as you keep on the throttle, you're going to keep going forward, even if you're shifting around side to side. So nobody really ever told me that. First time I encountered deep sand, I took it too slow. I was probably doing like 12 or 15 at the most. And I could not hold a line. My front tire was just going all over the place. And it was really, really deep sand. It was through the bottom of an arroyo on a road that I was on that crossed an arroyo. And it went on for like 50 yards of that. And, I was totally white-knuckled. And I didn't drop it, but it scared me. I didn't have knobbies at the time either. You got to get knobbies. You just can't even try this stuff without it. Just keep that forward momentum going. Stand up for the bumps and stuff. I don't see a problem sitting on sand if you're going straight and it's relatively smooth. But when you're encountering whoops and different bumps and ruts and whatever, it's better to be standing to absorb a lot of that shock. Helps you keep your balance. Try to stay relatively centered on the bike, unless you're going up or downhill. But you don't need to lean back to ride on sand. Just stay in the middle. And be very free with the throttle. Don't be afraid, you got to rev that motor and get yourself plenty of torque. And like I said, keep your momentum as much as possible. Try to throttle through turns, or you're digging in your front wheel, and that's not good. You don't need to do much braking. Just let off the throttle. That'll brake you. If you do got to use the brake, use the rear brake. Okay. That was not a good way to hit that jump. Landed on my front tire. Now right here, this sand is all chewed up from all the four-wheelers. I mean, they just come over here and they do donuts and everything and throw their trash. Yeah, it's really, really chewed up. Over here's the big jump that crazy people take. And they catch so much air on this jump that they land on the downside of that dune. They don't land on this flat spot. They literally land halfway down the sand dune over there. I mean, it's not even a big jump, but they hit it with so much speed coming down this. I mean, they just literally fly through the air and land halfway down that dune. Absolutely insane. There's no way I'm ever going to try that. I just do not have the confidence or skill to even think about doing that. I smell gas. It's a very, very interesting looking beetle. I've never seen one like that. It's like it's got a big round green ball on its back or something. Doesn't look like I'm leaking gas. I wrapped my header in my gas tank yesterday. So I'm hoping I'm not going to boil gas anymore. If it still does, then I don't know. I give up. There's not much else I can do after that. I've tried changing my oil, changing my coolant. I'm running Mobil 1 synthetic for European cars, 040. Not even a motorcycle oil, but that's what somebody recommended who really knows this bike. It's what he uses. And it's a lot cheaper than motorcycle synthetic. Damn whoops. One of these days I gotta learn how to float over them. That would be a very useful skill out here. So anyway, I was supposed to be riding with somebody, but he brought this girl who had a two-stroke, an older one, and it seized on her on Southern before we even got here. So he had to take her back to his place to get her truck or car or whatever to come pick it up. And they just left it on the side of the road. So I said, you better not do that. So I put it behind a bush for them.